Hey guys, welcome back to wemetatacme. I'm so excited to be here with Michael Allio. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. So I didn't even ask you what you wanted to be introduced as because now you're wearing like so many hats, but you're an author now.
Yes, I'm an author. I have a company, St. James Therapeutics, where we created a novel therapeutic that offsets a side effect of chemotherapy. A dad and all that, but Michael's just fine.
Love it.
Yeah.
And can I call you Mike?
Of course.
Okay, cool. So, Mike, we always start with the same question, which is what is your favorite romantic gesture for someone to do for you?
Oh, to do for me? I think, geez, I would say consistency.
Okay.
I love consistency.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe it's this part in my life where I love the stability of knowing who you're coming home to,
Yeah.
knowing like how things are going to go, getting into that routine because life gets so busy.
Yeah.
Like you want to be able to just grow with your partner and not have to wonder. So consistency is huge for me.
And you're a Taurus, right?
I am.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, totally. I swear, I never was into astrology until my girlfriend started showing me these things.
Yeah.
And now my whole Instagram feed is, this is Taurus season.
Uh-huh.
Get ready to shed all of these things.
Yeah.
And I start reading the attributes. And I'm like, this is totally me.
Yeah, your birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
When is your girlfriend's birthday?
August 22nd.
Okay, so she's like a
Leo.
Virgo. She's a Leo, but she's like very close to Virgo.
Yeah, on the cusp.
Yeah, she's cusping it.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Okay, well, we're gonna get more into your relationship, which I want to hear all about. But before that, before we started recording, we were talking about something really interesting, I think, to both of us, which is the statistics that men. So, for some context, for anyone who doesn't know Mike's story, he lost his wife to breast cancer.
Yeah.
And the mother of his child.
Yeah.
And you've now found love again.
Yes.
Which is amazing.
Thank you.
But we were talking about how crazy the statistics are because I was saying, I know someone who's dating a widower now,
Mm-hmm.
and he's recently he is a year out from his loss. And we were talking about, is that worrisome? Should she have her guard up, this and that? And you were saying a statistic that blew my mind, which is, tell us.
I mean, I started looking into this too after I lost Laura, which was how fast do men versus women get remarried after losing their loved one? Men overwhelmingly get remarried quicker, and it's within 3 years after losing someone. It takes women significantly longer, and those are the statistics. And so it's an interesting conversation about how men, women process grief, also process relationships after going through something. Yeah. Perhaps women I don't want to make that statistic about women taking longer to grieve.
No, because
that's not what it is.
And obviously it's an extremely different type of grief, but I think the grief of a breakup alone, I think women can get over, just as quick as men, if not quicker.
Yeah.
I think obviously a loss of like a loved one, not just a breakup loss, is a different kind of quote unquote getting over.
100%. We were laughing about this because I mean, I think women, I think it's interesting because it depends on at what age do you lose somebody. Mm-hmm. Because if you are an older man, I mean, many of the things that you probably have taken for granted that your partner provided, all of these amazing services, maybe it's a traditional household and the man went to work and he just came home and everything was in place and he thought it was magic. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden that's removed and he's like, I don't know how to do any of this. I don't have any life skills at home. Uh-huh. And so, I got to find a partner so I can continue to build life, build memories with all that. Yeah, but I think for women, it might be totally different.
I think you feel the loss quicker as a man.
Yeah.
Because I always say this in my head. I'm like, my husband is appreciative, but I'm always like, if I wasn't here for a month, the house would be in shambles.
Yeah.
everything would be like, he has no idea the length I go. Like, he's addicted to string cheese.
Yeah.
And
me too,
there's
actually.
and there's always a new pack of string cheese.
Right.
And it's the pack he likes, like the organic whatever Valley.
Right.
Like,
good for you.
Every time. And he just thinks it's like magic.
Yeah. How does this happen?
Yeah.
You know what the hardest thing is just getting your kids' schedules right.
Oh my God.
I mean, that's an algorithm.
He has no idea.
They show up.
Right.
And I didn't know this either. Mm-hmm. So I'm not out here bashing men. I'm just saying, like, when I go golfing with my buddies and they start talking about how their wives are nagging them constantly, I'm no fun, because I'm like, you should be more appreciative.
Yeah.
Because I was thrown into this right after the loss of Laura. There were so many things that I had no idea she was doing. They were just getting done until they're thrown on your lap.
Right.
And that alone becomes a full-time job.
How old was James, right? When
James was 7 months when she was diagnosed.
Okay.
So think about that.
It's crazy.
Like, you have what, a 5-month-old?
4-month-old.
4-month-old. So 3 months from now.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and that's our only child.
Yeah.
We actually found Laura's cancer because James stopped taking breast milk from one side of the breast. And we went to an OBGYN. They said it was a plugged milk duct. We just like, it feels a little different than that. And then next day got in the hospital, and cancer diagnosis within 3 days.
Wait, that is fascinating. Because this stuff happens run of the mill with breastfeeding.
Yes.
I mean, my son had a preference, like with one boob, whatever. But I wonder what it was that made him almost like, no.
It wasn't a clogged milk duct at all. And leading up to that point, it was always back and forth. Didn't prefer one or the other.
This is probably a really dumb question, but do you think milk could taste different if there's like
I've never tried it.
A cancerous, you know what I mean?
But possibly. I mean, you think about the connection a child has with a mother.
Right.
Leading up to that point. Right. Maybe there's some symbiosis going on where they feel an extra level of connection.
Yeah. No, that's impossible.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad to say that, like, you're not even the only person I know who's lost a partner at such a young age for the kid.
Yeah.
And it's...
Yeah. I mean, 7 months old, you're going through it, you're trying to raise a kid, and then all of a sudden your life just gets flipped upside down. The things you used to worry about, they go completely away. Mm-hmm. There's no more making your own problems. No. It's all like a hyper race to survival. And we traveled the country looking for a cure, rang the bell twice, got cancer diagnosis, and then it spread to her liver. And shortly after that, it was about 4 months after that happened that she passed. And oh man, during the cancer journey itself, and this woman Laura was just the light of the world. We were together for 16 years. So like our life was shaped. Mm-hmm. We knew what the future was. And losing her changed me forever. Some of it gave me a clarity though about what's important, about the fact that when you see the end of life, you start being honest with yourself that you don't have time to become the person that you want to be. Like, the time is now. Mm-hmm. And so I remember just holding my son late at night, just him and I being alone up there in now a quiet house, and just looking at him like, it's me and you, man.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna figure this thing out. And in so many ways, that has made our relationship so much better. I think if Laura was around naturally, if he was crying in the middle of the night, I would be like, it's your turn. Mm-hmm. It wasn't. Yeah, it was my turn every single time.
Yeah.
And looking back now that he's 9 years old, I'm so happy. Mm-hmm. I'm so happy I got to spend that time with him.
Yeah, but the world is not set up for single dads.
Oh.
It really is. I mean, there's literally no changing tables in men's bathrooms.
I have changed him on the floor of airports.
Yeah, and people probably are judging you because they don't even think about the fact that you have no other option.
Yeah, I don't even I've got my blinders on to judgment because I am trying to survive the day.
Right.
I'm like, I don't have time for any of that.
Totally.
But there is a lot of judgment around widowers, and I understand it. because, Laura and I were together for 16 years. So think friends, family, everybody has seen us together. It gets, when you're a martyred, widowed father, people love you because everybody subconsciously is like, yes, like this man is coming to bat. He's standing up.
Right.
Tons of support. Like every woman is like, I'm hoping my husband will do the same exact thing. But then when you start to rebuild yourself, it gets really uncomfortable for the people that start to misinterpret that as getting over grief.
Totally.
And moving on too quickly. But if it's uncomfortable for them, imagine how uncomfortable it is for someone going through it.
Yeah.
So all I'm asking is like for people to be kinder and don't put their own judgment on people that have experienced loss, because they literally are trying to survive.
Right.
And they don't need that.
No. Did you lose any friends or family?
Yeah. I mean, there were people that just really didn't understand, and that really hurt me because, I mean, we were together 16 years, happy marriage, never missed a hospital visit. I mean, 75 overnights at a hospital the last 4 months of her life. Slept on the floor in the chair next to her. I mean, just being a good partner that shows up. But as soon as you start to try to rebuild yourself, that support starts to go away, and judgment starts to leak in, which is not my problem.
No.
Because if the difference is they love me when I'm unhappy and they question me when I'm happy, then I'm going the happiness route.
Yeah, and then they're not real friends and supporters.
They're confused.
Everyone can be there for someone who's going through something.
Yes.
It's really more telling to see who's there for you when things are going well,
right. Like just unconditional support.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Did you ever have conversations with Laura about your future romantic partner? Like, did she ever say something like, I want you to live your life, I want you to be happy? And
yeah, she 100% did. It was hard for me to hear because I wasn't there yet.
Right. Obviously.
Yeah. And as a partner and a caregiver, my whole job was just to be there, to show her support, to get her to the next meeting, to the next scan, to the next day. That I regret that I didn't talk to her too much about death. But I know she was there, and I definitely wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, how could you be? Like, I personally would be way too in denial to have those conversations.
Yeah, I knew she was passing a year before she did.
Yeah.
So I wasn't in denial. I never lost hope. Because miracles happen in the cancer world sometimes, and it was like I wanted to keep her elevated and motivated to get to the next day.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair.
Yeah.
And going back to the statistic we were talking about, I wonder how that changes when kids are involved. Meaning I would even argue that men would move on even faster if kids are involved.
2 weeks.
Yeah, no, because it's impossible. It's really hard. And so how did you end up meeting your girlfriend now? And was there anyone in between that, was meaningful?
Yeah, I would say this first. At least this is how I process it. I'm no professional. I'm no expert at this. If people do it another way, go for them. This is just my mindset. Was like, people always wait until they feel ready. And there's always this waiting and preparing, and I'm going to be healed, and in this moment things are going to make sense. It's okay to start living life when you're not fully healed.
Yeah.
Like the part of the healing process is that journey of walking forward.
For sure.
And I spent so much time on my couch just so worried about how awkward the first date was going to be, and the second date, and what it was going to feel like when things actually got real. Because there's butterflies in the beginning. There was some excitement when meeting new people and learning about them. But then when things start getting real, you're like, oh my gosh, now am I ready? So in short, it was maybe 6 months after Laura passed. I went on 10 first dates. And you should have seen my Bumble profile. I mean, I thought I missed this whole online dating thing. And then I jumped back in, and my online profile said, or my bio said, recently widowed father looking to get back on his feet. Like, walk into that, you know? But I started meeting a lot of people, and I realized it wasn't as bad as I had made it in my head. Right. It was uncomfortable, but I made it really doom and gloom. And so, yeah, I mean, I started dating everybody casually. It was very clear where I was at. And then COVID hits. And I'm like, okay, now I'm really alone. Because Laura passed in 2019. So almost 2019 started, and then 2020 basically hits COVID. Then your support system goes away. It's like, I started a daycare in my basement.
I was going to say, and you're at home with a kid in COVID.
I hired a teacher, got 5 kids, and they were going to school in the basement.
Good.
Yeah. And I was like, I need the noise in the house. I'm like, I'm not going to wait for these schools to open and shut. I got to get going.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah. And, you know, it was just a really, really lonely time, not just for me, but for a lot of people going through it. And had some relationships there. Some of them were just not the right time, nor the right person. But with each step, I slowly started finding my way back there. And I met Jade, my current girlfriend and love of my second life, after I was on The Bachelorette. She lived in LA at the time and saw me on the show, reached out, and we just had a long friendship. I had no idea how logistics were going to work or anything like that. But she's such a light, and I never thought I would actually be this happy again. I always subconsciously thought that this second part of my life was going to somehow be a compromise.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel that way at all, because the person I am now is not the person I was with Laura.
Right.
It's changed me in so many ways. And I never really got to raise a child with Laura. So I'm experiencing all of these new firsts with Jade, and she's now lives in Ohio with us, and her and James are like inseparable, which is like the most beautiful thing in the world to watch. So it's, you know, it's possible.
That's so great. And we were also discussing kind of before we started recording how, you know, I was saying that I think also part of the reason that women don't move on as fast as men after losing a loved one is because men are less likely probably to hold space for that other person that, you know, meant everything to the woman. Whereas women, we are more empathetic. We are more, you know, understanding. And I think we are able to hold space for that.
I'm not sure if that's gender specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think it's person to person?
I definitely think it's person to person.
Right. You're probably
You know,
right.
I think men and women obviously have these natural qualities that, you know, we're born with based on millions of years of evolution and survival. But I have met some men in this community that have been the most supportive, holding space, and I have met women that are immediately jealous and territorial.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not enough to make a correlation, but you know, I understand where that naturally comes from.
No, you make a really good point, and I stand corrected. What I will say instead is I think maybe a not developed man or a man with like a toxic masculinity mindset
for sure
might be less open to letting you hold space for another man.
Well, the truth is that it's confusing for both partners. I mean, man or woman coming into this relationship.
Right.
Like everybody on the outside, it's attractive to love someone that is loved so hard and lost, because that person, widowers, they're not damaged people. They love with a type of compassion and empathy and appreciation that I don't know if it's possible without it. Like it is a next level type of love. And so that's one of the gifts that grief has given me. But it takes a special person. It takes two people in the relationship to be able to navigate it, because it's challenging to honor the past while living in the present and building a future. Mm-hmm. You know, it's tough speaking about all this love that you have for someone that's no longer here, and also how much love still exists and is available. If grief taught me anything, and I hope everybody picks up on this, is duality. The duality of life. Two things can exist at the same exact time. We live in this like absolute world, don't we? Where everything's got to be this or that. Which one is it? Pick a team.
Right.
The older I get, I realize most things are just gray.
Yeah.
And nobody thinks they're the villain. They have an origin story. It's just curiosity's going away. Mm-hmm. And so it's like, get to learn that, put yourself in somebody else's shoes, because things are both at the same time. I have a deep sadness in me always. Right now I do. Deep sadness for my loss. And you see me smiling. Mm-hmm. Like, I am so excited to walk in Central Park today with Jade.
Right.
And I'm so excited for the life that we're building and everything we've accomplished. It's just, that's how it is.
There needs to be a duality in order to be able to move on with life and be happy, I think.
We need to be able to accept it, because it's there regardless.
Right.
Like, it exists regardless of whether you acknowledge it or not. But the best thing to do is to accept it and bring it into your life and say, all right, this pain that I feel, I'm not going to push it down. Right. Because it's you just have to redefine it. You know? You have to let it know that pain is a reminder that love existed, and that love is possible, and that it's worth pursuing, and that you've come far.
Right.
I wrote so much during the cancer process, let me tell you, because I wrote all these journals mainly so that I could read them back when I was at a different place in my life, to know how far I come, especially in the present day, when there's times when I feel like I'm not going anywhere. It's like I can look back there and say, yeah, there's crazy growth, obviously, because those words, they don't resonate with me anymore.
Yeah.
And so it's good. It's good to document the journey.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And whatever journey it is, like if someone's listening and they're going through, I mean, I had a friend who had like a really late term pregnancy loss.
Oh, yeah.
And now she has a baby, and she's experiencing this duality of like feeling the loss of this baby that never got to be, and having this new baby that is here. And it's like, yes, there's so much. She has come so far just to be even able to get through that. Yeah. It's amazing. And so I love that idea of duality. And
I think there just needs to be more acceptance of the fact that this exists. Lean into it. Understand that it's writing you. It's a part of your story, and just to own it. And it truly is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. I know a little bit about dating post like divorce, which is obviously very different than dating post, being a widower.
Is it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Well, I'm interested to hear that.
The reason I said that is because I don't know so much about dating as a widower, but I do know that I have friends who are dating now post-divorce, and I'm learning a lot from what they're going through. And I think it's really interesting. And I think it's really fascinating. And I think you have to have earlier conversations than you would normally, especially as it pertains to kids. And one of my friends is going through a divorce, and she has a young son who's about 3, and she wants more kids.
Yeah.
And so these are things that she has to sometimes even talk about on the dating app before they get to the date.
Oh yeah, right. Right.
So was that something that you had to think about?
Well, the reason why I was bringing that up is because I think both are the death of the life you thought you were going to have. I mean, when we talk about grief, we immediately go to losing a loved one. What about losing yourself? Like, what about the job you don't get, or the relationship that didn't work, or the gamble you took that didn't pan out, and now you have to redefine and figure who you are and get your identity back all over again. I, being a widower, I had to deal with a couple different circumstances that divorced people don't. But I have friends that are divorced with kids, and they are watching another man raise their child every other weekend. I don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
That's a gut punch that I have no expertise in.
Sure.
Because it was all put on me. So James got consistency. I never had to worry about, hey, this is what the Allios are about.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these are our pillars. And then having it worried that it's going to get rewritten in somebody else's house, because you can't control who your ex-wife brings into their home.
So true.
And that's frightening.
That's true.
And so, like, I think they're just very, very different. No, none is worse than the other. They're very different experiences that all get back to communication and trying to find healthy ways to process it.
Definitely. Have you broached that subject with Jade about if you want more kids?
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about that. I mean, I'm going to be 42 next week. And the truth is that, like, originally I wanted 3 kids. Mm-hmm. I'm so happy right now. Like, and so is she. And I think whatever life throws at us, we'll take. 'Cause it's always like, you make these plans and God laughs at you. And I believe that whatever's meant to be is meant to be. There is so much more love that we have to give. But right now we are loving just putting James at the center of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, you and Laura had met so long
18.
ago. 18.
Yeah.
And then when you were looking again for love,
yeah.
Were you looking for things different than when you were younger? Like, you obviously knew yourself so much more as a human.
Yeah.
And a lot of our listeners are in their 30s and looking for love. Maybe it's for the first time. Maybe it's, second time around.
Yeah.
What is something that you can share that you think is so much more important dating a little bit older,
Oh, I've got a big opinion on this one. Because after Laura passed, I jumped into the online dating world, and it was a whole new vocabulary out there. I mean, everything was defined. There was, gaslighting, narcissism, everyone's a therapist diagnosing everybody. There's red flags, green flags, all of these things. I had no idea what the hell they're talking about. And there's checking the box and, my dream person and all that. Like, my approach has always remained the same, which is a return to simplicity. Listen to your gut. Like I don't know about religion or God or any of that, but if God exists, I believe it's that feeling you feel when your gut tells you something so strong, because it is a feeling that's really, like, unmatched. It's hard to define that pull.
Gut feelings are guardian angels.
Oh, totally. I think, and so it's like, listen to that and silence your mind, listen to where it's pulling, and where it pulls you, commit to it. Like, bring back, like, this old style of just simplicity and love and showing up and commitment. It does not have to be this complicated. Mm-hmm. Like, your partner wants somebody that they can rely on, that they can love, that they can feel safe with and have conversations with. Screw all the other stuff. If you can have the basic stuff, all the other stuff can be learned and adapted. And, you're married, you're raising kids, your relationship changes when you have kids. Marriage is easy, but then you throw kids in it and it's like, okay, now we got something. Mm-hmm. It requires a whole different level of, working together.
Yeah.
And so, but you learn along the way. So, like, trying to get somebody that's perfect off the shelf, stock, you're going to be looking forever. Yeah. Follow the gut, like, figure out where your heart's pulling to you. And really commit to that person and let them know that you're not going anywhere, that your love's unconditional.
But not on the first date.
Funny. No, not on the first date, but it's interesting because Jade and I had a long friendship for a while. And it was about 2 years ago, I go out to LA and I'm like, hey, can you meet me up for coffee? And she meets me down there. I haven't seen her in a while. And we go to a bar, we have a couple drinks, and I literally say, like, I love you, and I'm gonna marry you. That was 2 years ago, and I said, I promise, if you trust me, we'll have the best life. And we've had ups and downs.
Yeah.
We had long distance, but it was just, and is that love bombing? Is that the new?
Well, you were friends first.
Yeah, we were friends.
You said
first.
it. I think if she had said that.
Yeah, but why is there always this man and woman?
Because this is a very like traditional podcast in that I do believe the man should be the pursuer.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm cool with that.
And I think that had she been like, I love you and I'm going to marry you on that date, I don't know that you would have had the same.
The thing is,
reaction.
Let's like just get rid of all these rules, because you know what modern dating reminds me of is those dances in high school where the boys are on one side, the girls are on the other, and everyone's just waiting to ask the other one to dance. Yeah. And so everyone's just sitting around saying, you know, dating in New York is horrible. You know,
the men know what their role is.
Well, I mean, I don't know if that's
those men
true.
At that dance should have gone over and asked.
Well, I know I would have, but but I'm also older, and I think I don't know. It's all confusing to me, and it doesn't need to be. No, and so it's like this return back to simplicity.
In an ideal world, right?
Yeah.
Things would not be so complicated.
Yeah.
But in a world of dating today, which unfortunately, for most women especially, is very complicated.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes these rules can set women up for success.
Yeah.
In terms of letting someone pursue you and knowing that they're interested in you. Yeah. And having that confidence, which they deserve to have.
Yeah. How do you, I mean, what kind of advice do you give people that are going for that?
I mean, I say things like, you know, let the man initiate.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if you want to initiate, you can, but then you have to kind of step away and let him. You know, it can't be just you chasing as the woman, because that doesn't typically end well. And it's really everything like that surrounds that. And I think intimacy for me, I don't think needs to be happening immediately. I think like there's not even because it's like anti like or slut shamey or anything like that.
No.
More so like build something.
Build a connection.
Yeah, build a connection. It's worth the wait. Like it'll be way more fun once you guys have some sort of, you know, sexual tension at least.
Yeah.
So all of that stuff, you know, just the traditional stuff. And you're going to hate this one, but I think the man should like the woman a little bit more.
Oh, I do hate that. Yeah. But I do.
But it doesn't mean that the woman shouldn't be like madly, deeply in love with him.
See, you have an old world view, which I actually love.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I do love that.
Okay.
Like, I absolutely love that. I think, like, I agree with a lot of what you're saying. And I can't imagine being a woman dating in this modern world either. I will say this, though. Any listener, trust me, this is a pickup line that will guarantee you success.
I'm so excited.
You're at a bar. You see your target. You're a woman approaching a man. Walk up to him, buy him a drink. If he's with someone or not interested, he will appreciate the fact that you stepped out of your comfort zone and own the situation. That is so sexy. Okay. Like, so sexy. Even if you get denied, like, it won't be awkward. It'll be so comfortable.
Okay.
And if there's an attraction there, it just flips, it catches men off guard. And they're like, this person's very different.
Okay, ladies, try it and report back.
Please report back.
My alternate advice would literally just be smile at him.
Yeah, no, I'm saying because you know, I think men get a little exhausted, whether that's right or wrong. I think that's what's happening. And I'm not saying that that's a good thing.
Right.
I'm just saying everyone's waiting for somebody to be approached, and life's too short. Go get your target. Like, go and get it. And if you're hurt, keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Mine as well.
Funny because I was going to ask you for a quote or piece of advice now, but Sounds like that's
no. I mean, I've got a few, which is if you ask people what they want in life, they'll take a moment, right, to really list it off. But if you ask somebody, what do you want to make sure you don't regret? You can list that off quicker. And that lesson came to me when I was just on the oncology floor talking to people. You go room to room, talk to people. There's similarities. So live your life in reverse. Like, look at your life at the end, because you don't know when that's coming.
Right.
And make sure you're just a little bit more present in what you don't want to regret. And that becomes naturally what, like the happiness that you'll get and the guilt that you don't have to feel and all of those things you have to hold.
Yeah. My only thought is like family at the end of the day.
Yeah. Just family.
Yeah.
Well, I like the simplicity.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got an old soul. I like it. I like it.
I love it. Where can everyone find you and follow you and read your new book? Tell us a little bit about it.
So I wrote a book, and it really wasn't meant to be a book. Started this thing, 4 years ago. After the book's called Where the Wild Heart Grows. And the whole genesis of it was I didn't really have the tools to be able to start conversations with my son about the bigger, tougher topics in life. Grief, loss, resilience, resentment, all of those things. How do you dive into it? Because when you start talking to your kids at that age, how was your day? It was good. Did you do anything? Nothing. And you're like, okay, well, there's got to be something more going on. And I didn't know how to breach those. And so I started writing little kid stories for him that we could read at bedtime. And I was writing those as a way to get into his mind, as almost a bridge between parent and child to start having those conversations. And I'd write these characters all rooted in nature that were going through what he was going through. Because when kids are at the center, just like adults, when we're at the center and we're being interrogated, we shut off. We did it as teenagers, and it's like, but if it's about a character, you can ask, have you ever been hurt by somebody else? Have you ever, if you were this bird that these stones were thrown at, if you were that friend, how would you tell the bird to get over it? Because then you get a little bit more insight into how they process those things.
Right.
And so all of these stories are rooted in nature, because nature can really teach us about the seasons of life. And the seasons are the life. It's not just what you want and then what you get. It's the in-between, between finding your husband and deciding you want to have a baby and then getting pregnant. Those in-between moments are life. And I feel like everyone's in such a hurry to get to the end that they're missing the uncomfortable, beautiful growing process in between. And so the book is professionally illustrated. Each illustration's done on oil painting. I mean, this artist that I got, his son is in James's class in 3rd grade. His name's Luke Streeter. Go look him up. His art, he's a professional oil painter. Sells for like $6,000. He gave me 35 original oil paintings for this book. It is old world. It is heirloom. And what I found is that when I was writing this, it was actually the words I needed to hear. So people ask, who's this book for? Children's books have universal truths.
Yeah.
They have deep wisdom to it that somehow we forgot as we've gotten older. And so I'd say it's for anybody between 4 and 95, because there's no real difference between growing up and growing old.
Right.
Because we're all in that wilderness of our life on our way to becoming who we're going to become.
Yeah. So true.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on today.
Oh, yeah.
Where can
Thank
everyone
you.
find you and order the book?
You can go on thewildheartgrows.com. We're specifically selling to independent bookstores who honor the craft Not to say we won't be on the episode later, but we're trying to do that for the first 12 months. And you can follow me at Michael Allio L4 on Instagram.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on.